going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at the defenders for round 10. So we're going to get straight into it. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. We're uploading around 4 times a week from now on. Maybe 5 if you include the round review. No, 4, sorry, 4. Alright, so we've got Keller Mills. I think he is just about as locked as anyone else in the league at the moment, averaging the 112 with 3 and 115. Really safe, getting plenty of mid-time. Definitely get him in. What's his break-even? Let's have a look. 92 break-even, so he might come down another 10k, but he'll hover around the 550 to 600k mark pretty comfortably, I'd say. Next, we've got Salem. I think he's the real deal. He seems to be taking kick-ins. Break-even 115, so probably going to maybe drop. He'll probably hover around this mark as well. So it depends if you want to pay up for defender premiums. I personally think Salem is a top 6. He's got the role. He's had some really, really good weeks and a bit of a pod, as you guys can see, 3% of teams. Tom Stewart in quite a fair bit of teams, not setting the world on fire, but still a top 6 defender at the moment. I personally would go Mills over Stewart, around the same price. You're only paying an extra 14k. Jake Lloyd, this is a bottom dollar for him. Definitely bring him in if you don't have him. Most people would have started him even at I think he started at 650k or something. Yeah, 650 or 660k. So people like me who started him got really kind of burnt by him a little bit. Only averaging the 106, we paid for him to average about 115 plus. So it hurts a little bit, but at the same time, he's been pretty consistent, 95 to 100 scores, averaging the 106. Sam Dougherty, now he's been a revelation this year. Unfortunately, he couldn't do this last year. I don't know why. The one thing about him that I'm a little bit concerned with is he doesn't take any kick-ins, really. It's mostly Nick Newman now that he's back, and I'm not a big fan of the Dougherty pick on the fact he doesn't take kick-ins, but in terms of just his positioning around the ground, his heat map, it's really good SuperCoach-wise. He floats everywhere. Like, he really hangs back off stoppages quite a bit. He's not just stuck in the back line like a Jack Bowes or a Tom Stewart. Or Tom Stewart comes up a little bit, but yeah, a lot of people can get stuck in the back line and not touch the ball. Caleb Daniel was doing that early in the season. It was really frustrating, but yeah, I think Dougherty's scoring around the ground is awesome. It's just that he doesn't have those kick-ins. Personally, I wouldn't bring him in for anything over 500 and probably 500k, yeah. If you started with him at 470, he's been a great pick. Or whatever it was, 490. But, yeah, for me, I don't think Dougherty maintains his scoring, unfortunately, and I'm a Carlton supporter. Daniel Rich, I think he's a great pick. Probably the second best pick of the week, behind Keller Mills. He's taken most of the kick-ins, plenty of scoring routes. So yeah, I really like the Rich pick. If you don't have him already, bring him in. And you're looking for a defender primo, definitely bring him in. He's got the good buy as well. I think the thing with Keller Mills is he's got that last buy, which is really bad. You really don't want to trade in any premiums with that last buy because it's going to be very difficult if you have Gordon Grundy. And you probably have Oliver as well, so it's bad. Moving down, Rory Lloyd. I'm just going to assume everyone has him. If you don't have him, if you're one of the 6% people that don't have him, definitely bring him in ASAP. He's a gun. 120 to 105 average for the rest of the year, I reckon, pretty comfortably. And the DPP status, which is super valuable, super valuable. So now we have Blake Hardwick, he's become a talking point. He's taking all the kick-ins of Hawthorn, like I'm pretty sure every single one. When he's on the ground. So that is obviously a great scoring avenue. The thing with him is I don't know about his ability to win the ball around the ground. I don't think it's great, hence why he hasn't been relevant before, but definitely kick-ins wise, he's probably the best player in the comp on the fact that he's getting all the kick-ins at the moment. Jordan Ridley was in this position a few weeks ago, and unfortunately he's not getting the kick-ins. Mason Redmond's taking a lot. Heppel, it's really frustrating for Ridley owners, especially people who paid 600 plus for him. Just when coaches change the role, it's just so frustrating, and there's nothing we can do as super coaches to stop that or prepare for that, unfortunately. Yeah, Blake Hardwick, I probably would steer away from for now. I want to see a bit more from him first. Jaden Short's at a good price, and he seemed to get the kick-ins back off Hooley last week. If Hooley wasn't on Richmond's list, I would be pretty happy picking Short, but because they're both great players and they share the scoring, that makes it really hard to pick Short. it just, like the 98 average, I just don't think it's worth picking a 490k player for a 98 average personally. Jack Crisp, well, he's always around the mark, but I just don't trust him. He's not going to be top 6, I don't think. Jack Bowes, someone I'm unfortunately probably going to have to hold. I'm still tossing and turning with this pick. I have to reevaluate my trades now that Andrew Brayshaw's probably going to miss this week. If you guys haven't heard about that, that's the latest. So he's got a calf injury of some sort. I'm not sure how severe. Hopefully only 1 week. But yeah, Bowes, man, he's a tough one because, one, I want to hold him because I'm low on trades. And on the other hand, since the coaches has gone back, he's just not scoring. Like yes, he scored 45 because he got injured, but he got injured in the fourth quarter. He was on like 40 in the fourth quarter. So Jack Bowes, unfortunately, I think he's going to have to go. I think get rid of him ASAP. Yeah. I feel like my mind's changing nearly every day with this pick, but at the moment, I'm thinking about trading Bowes just because he doesn't have the role what he did in that first few rounds. Jordan Ridley, probably bring him in. I think he's probably the third best option this week. Got a good buy, I believe. And the thing with Ridley is, I think he will get the kick-ins back. He plays North this week. Ball might not be down there very much, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with Ridley at that price. I think he's pretty safe to average 105 from here on out, which is huge for a 480k player. Dougherty or Duday, we're not going to really talk about him. He's kind of relevant, but personally, I don't think he's not worth discussing. Alia, no. Wiedering, no. So we're scrolling down. We got CJ. So CJ is a bit of a problem at this point. I mean, obviously got concussed, but gee, he's just. I don't think because he doesn't get the kick-ins, it makes it hard for him to score. If he could take 3 or 4 kick-ins a game, that would boost his scoring quite a bit. Yeah, it's frustrating with the pick because I picked him after his second price rise, stupidly, thinking he could be top 6, I think, or first price rise, I can't remember. It was a really bad pick. That week I traded in Bowes and CJ, and I don't know what I was doing. I really don't. That was a really dumb 2 picks. But yeah, for CJ, I wouldn't look at bringing him in if you don't have him, and if you do have him, we just have to hold at the moment, unfortunately. It's a sticky situation, but at the moment we just have to hold. So we've got Oleg Markov. He's actually a really good player, believe it or not. A bit of a Richmond reject, but he's been unreal at Gold Coast. I wouldn't look at bringing him in, but keep an eye on him because I like the way he plays. You know, he's got a lot of speed. He kind of plays like CJ, but wins a little bit more ball if that makes sense. But yeah. Braden Maynard with a 3-round average of 100, scored 115 last week. Has his role changed? I haven't watched Collingwood too closely. I need to know more about this. But maybe his role has changed. I'm not sure. He was very relevant last year. Unfortunately, not relevant at all this year. So, definitely another one to keep an eye on. Brody Smith. I like his DPP, but no. Dan Houston, maybe. He's another one we have to watch because he's definitely capable of averaging 105 to 110. And at 450k, that's really a great price for Dan Houston. There's a break even at 122, so one more week on him and we'll have to reconsider him. Darcy Moore was a trap. Don't bring him in. And that's pretty much it for all these. I will talk about Caleb Daniel and Stephen May real quick. So Daniel, 120, 3-round average of 112. It looks like he has the rollback. And Luke Beveridge, you can get fucked, seriously. Like, I'm done with that prick. He changes the roles of primos like it's nothing. Like, it's so frustrating as SuperCoaches. And you can't trust him, unfortunately. So, with Daniel, it's a great price for him, especially when he's averaging 112 over the last 3 games. And he's got the rollback. It looks like he really does have that great rollback. I just can't trust Luke Beveridge, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. So, if you want to pick Daniel, just be cautious about Luke Beveridge. That's all I have to say about that pick. Stephen May, yeah, he was good, 95. You'd be pretty happy with that, paying 400k for him. 3-round average of 105. Obviously, that had the 140 in, I believe, or the 150. He's definitely a solid pick, but I don't think he's top 6. And at that price now, you're probably paying for a top 6. 2 weeks ago, when it was 400k, you might have been, happy with a 95, 90 average, which he probably will do from here on out. because that 87 average he has there has that injury game in it. So yeah, I think May, definitely not anymore. You wouldn't pick him, but if you did jump on him at 400k, it's probably a good pick. I think that's it. There's no more relevant defenders. So another one more we have to talk about is Lachie Jones. So I'm bringing him in this week. Apparently he's playing. He's if I could find him, it'd be nice. So he's 139k with a break even of minus 47. So he's an easy 50k price for us this week. Got pretty good job security as well. I can't remember the defender that was out for Port. I think it was Cleary, maybe. I think Cleary's out for like 6 weeks or something. It might have been someone else, I can't remember. But anyway, so Jones should have some really good job security. I think they love him down there as well. And I think he's actually a pretty good player. So most people will still have Jones from when he got injured the first time. Yeah, so just bring him, probably field him this week. I am going to bring him in for Bose, I think, to free up some cash. And I'll be upgrading Tom Powell to Jarrett Lyons, provided that McNeil plays. So, yeah, with Jones, I'd bring him in if I don't have him, like I am, because he's going to make us some money, and he's the only rookie, literally the only rookie this week that's going to play. So, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate everyone's support so far. And yeah, I'll see you. It's probably the last video until the round 10 review, I think. Unless I chuck out a stinky other one, I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.